Because if you fit in with everyone else, what happens? You become like everyone else. But if everyone else is living an average, normal, day in and day out, everyday life, why would you want to fit in with that? You see, you only get one chance to make a first impression. You only get one chance to stand out. So if you're fitting in with everyone else, how are you standing out? How are you making that first impression? You only get one chance to make a first impression. Science shows that people form an opinion of you within the first 10 seconds of seeing you. Right or wrong? I'm all for judging people by their character, but that initial impression is with your eyes. So before you can even speak a word to demonstrate or illustrate what your character is all about, people are going to see you first. So you want to start ahead or behind? The easiest way to stand out ahead is being in good physical shape. Once you've made it to a certain level that you want, you can fit in all you want. But I guarantee you, once you're up here, you don't want to fit in. You want to keep going. This is on the come up. Don't fit in on the come up. Once you arrive, do the hell what you want. But I promise you, once you arrive to some certain place, you don't want to fit in because you know what works, which is not fitting in. And so then you keep going. Yo, what is up, everybody? This is the End-to-End Podcast, and I'm your host, Dr. Yun Win, affectionately called Ninja or the Prolific Ninja by my family and friends. And because my fans and my friends, you can call me Ninja too. This is the End-to-End Podcast, the Alpha to the Omega, the beginning to the end, talking about life, motivation, drive, success, self-improvement, and offering you morsels in this all-you-can-eat buffet called life. Mwah! Back in the studio, man. It is hot as hell. This weather is crazy in Houston, but I'm glad to be here. Before I start the episode, I want to let you know, for those of you new to the show, if you've been listening for a while, I start every episode as I start my day, which is when I wake up in the morning. The first thing I do, my first thought in my mind is to give thanks to God and the universe for another day to be great, to be awesome, to inspire, be the best I can be, and live to my fullest controllable potential. And with that, I want to start the episode by thanking you, thanking my fans and supporters. You all have been fantastic. New followers, old followers, everybody who has been sharing the podcast, the episodes, the reels. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're new to the show, I do this on my own dime, on my own time. So I pay for all of this here, the team, the edits, the content, everything that you would imagine goes behind a podcast on my own budget. So the only way we can grow this show without any sponsorship is if you share it. So we do this on a value exchange. If you learned something, if you found something valuable in this episode, any of the prior episodes, please do share the show. We have a slogan here, which is called, if your knowledge swole, share the show. That's how we grow. And that is how we grow, live to our mission of inspiring billions of people across this planet, which we have been. We get data from all the listeners and feedback and everything. And this podcast is getting taken up worldwide. We have followers and users and listeners worldwide. So it's happening. And so we want to inspire people to live to their fullest controllable potential, because not everything is in our control, but what is, we need to live to our fullest potential. So in this particular episode, I want to piggyback on the last episode where we had a Q&A episode with my producer, Arib Mirza. One of the questions was related to fitness, like what fitness program should I get into to be successful, that kind of thing. And I want to piggyback on that because there's so many reasons why fitness is important. If you want to be successful, if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to be your own boss, if you want to grow and live to your fullest controllable potential. Several episodes back, my holy trinity is mind, body, spirit. And so with that, body is one of the holy trinities for me in order to live to your fullest potential as God intended us to live, or the universe did. And with that is fitness. And related to fitness and on success, besides all the qualities it gives you in terms of confidence and all these things, it helps you in another major way. And I was reminded of this recently in several examples. So if you're new to the show, I just turned 50 in May. Feeling fantastic, feeling the best I've ever felt, to be quite honest with you. And feeling like I'm only getting started on my own personal path to success of what I define as my own success. But going back to the fitness, a lot of people, they want to play it cool on the way up, if that makes sense. On your way up, on your path, on your journey, on your way up, a lot of people, almost everyone I know, they want to play it cool. They want to fit in. They want to just be like everyone else. And that, my friends, is not the way to succeed. Let me repeat, that is the way not to succeed. I posted recently on my Instagram, my personal Instagram, The Prolific Ninja, about turning 50. And I'm a Gen Xer, nonconformist. I don't live by stereotypes. I said 101. And because I lived my whole life with the mantra of not fitting in, not being like everyone else. Why? Because if you fit in with everyone else, what happens? You become like everyone else. And if everyone else is living nothing wrong with it, okay? But if everyone else is living an average, normal, day in and day out, everyday life, why would you want to fit in with that? You see, you only get one chance to make a first impression. You only get one chance to stand out. Okay? So if you're fitting in with everyone else, how are you standing out? How are you making that first impression? You're not. Part of success, remember three concepts you need to master, right? Leadership, self-development. Leadership, human behavior, how to sell. The third one, if you want to sell, you're always marketing something, yourself, your product, your service, or all three, you must stand out. You must have the ability to stand out. Okay, let's say you're in a bookstore. I mean, I know we're all digital reading books on our phone, but I like old school. I like the books in my hands, turning pages, looking at my progress as I read. If you're in the bookstore and you're wanting to learn about, economics, every book looks the same until one has a cover that stands out. There's a whole industry around publication, getting things to stand out. So the one that stands out, you're probably going to grab it first, even though it might be the shittiest book. But the book only has one chance to make a first impression on you. Right? When you go to a new restaurant, you've never been there before, right? You open the menu, it's likely that you're going to order the item that has a picture that looks appealing to you, right? Versus reading something that might be actually a better dish, but you don't know. So you're going after the one that you actually see, right? So in order to sell, you must stand out. So a lot of people on the way up want to fit in. Fitting in is not the way. Fitting in, you're like everyone else. So why should I choose you to be the person to do business with? Why should I choose you to be the person I associate with when you look like everyone else? Right? I tell this to Nate. Nate, my son, basketball, goes to camps at colleges and stuff. And, it's a problem with these kids these days. I mean, they've been on, social media. They've, been on their phones forever. So they have social issues in relation. They're so absorbed in their digital appearance and persona that they don't know how to handle their physical, real world appearance and persona. And I said, you're at these camps competing with thousands, or at these specific camps, at least 100 or so other kids that are vying for the same one scholarship spot that's available. So why would a coach choose you if you look and you play like everyone else? That's the same in the real world. Why do I spend my money on you and what you represent if you look the same as everyone else. So why does fitness why is fitness important? Going back to the other episode. Unfortunately, you only get one chance to make a first impression. Science shows that people form an opinion of you within the first 10 seconds of seeing you, right or wrong. I'm all for judging people by their character, but that initial impression is with your eyes. So before you can even speak a word to demonstrate or illustrate what your character is all about, people are going to see you first. So do you want to start ahead or behind? The easiest way to stand out ahead is being in good physical shape. Right or wrong? I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just telling you it is what it is. And people form a first impression of you in the first 10 seconds. And once that impression is ingrained in their head of you, it is very difficult to unwind that to what you really are, unfortunately. So why is it important to be fit? Because being fit gives you so many benefits on that initial 10 seconds. It says a lot about you. It says you're disciplined, focused. You're able to have delayed gratification. It tells you that you're able to grind on the boring shit before you see results, which is absolutely required to be successful. You know, social media has given you all this glamour about the end result, but nobody really, besides me in this podcast, actually tells you how shitty it is along the way. It is boring as fuck stuff that you got to do to be successful day in and day out. So working out is the same thing. Being physically fit is the same thing. It tells you that you're able to sacrifice certain things for yourself. It tells people that you are able to maybe perhaps give up on certain foods that you like to eat or certain vices that you like to partake in order to look and appear in your best shape. On top of that, when you're fit, you just exude a certain level of energy and confidence. Man, when I tell people I'm 50, they are flabbergasted. Like, dude, you don't look older than 30. It's great. It's great. I mean, you know, it makes me feel great. That's not my point. It's not my intention. Honestly, my drive for fitness is because I have a soon-to-be 17-year-old and a 6-year-old. I got to keep up with them. If my daughter wants to go run outside, I got to be able to go run outside. I don't want that precious moment to pass because I'm overweight or my joints hurt or whatever. I want to create those lasting memories. And, that's one of my motivators. But at the same time, I know if I'm fit, I have a better chance of sustaining doing the boring shit at work to be successful. Okay. So the easiest way to stand apart is to focus on your physical fitness. It says so much about you. It says so much about you. I'll give you an example. Recently gave a presentation at a university. Packed room, student athletes, whole coaching staff, administrative staff, everyone there. And after the presentation was done, and I let them know I just turned 50. And one of the first things that somebody said besides great presentation is, man, give me your secret on how you look so good at 50. Right? Memorable, standing out. Right? A month or two from now, when they're talking about this meeting, hey, that dude, from Houston, that lawyer guy. Yeah, the dude that looked, he was 50 years old, but he looked jack and swole. Yeah, exactly. You stand out to become memorable. That's the point. You stand out to become memorable. It's been times where I'm just walking down the street in my gym clothes. And, when you're wearing shorts and just kind of baggy clothes to go to the gym, right? I wear my actual gym stuff underneath baggy stuff, right? If that makes sense. But I'm in shorts. And, you can't see it now, but I got some kind of calves, For a while, my son thought they were fake. But I got some calves like some Asians do. And, I'm walking down the street, people Candace, don't get jealous, but random women and men Bro, those calves. Yeah. Standing out, becoming memorable. Why? Because people aren't making business decisions based on you right now when they meet you. It's after the meeting. It's after whatever. It's a week or two or months later. Remember that guy? No, which guy? Oh man, I don't remember because it just kind of blended all in. Or remember that guy? Yeah, man, that guy that was like, he told us he was 50, but he looked like he was 30. You see how it works? Yeah, that guy. Let's give him a call. Right? There's other ways to become memorable too. Drive a supercar. Oh man, that dude that owns the whatever. Yeah, that guy. But when it comes to just you and being in a group of people, how are you memorable? Physical fitness is one easy way to become memorable. Why? Because most people aren't physically fit. Dude that was jacked, that girl that looked like she ran marathons, that whatever. Most people aren't fit. Most people are overweight, obese, whatever. Nothing wrong with that. You do you. But in business, you want to stand out in a positive way. You want to stand out in a positive way. And an easy way to do that is just go get your reps in, man. Go take that walk around the block as a start. Matter of fact, just stand up and sit down and do chair squats in your office desk or wherever you're at on your couch. 3 sets of 10. Stand up, sit down. Stand up, sit down. Maybe, you can start by standing up with your arms and push down and stand up. Maybe next week you can stand up and sit down without using your arms. But just do something. Start getting into shape. I promise you, the trend is anti-aging, anti-looking old. Look how much money we spend as a society on not getting older or appearing older. So more and more people are doing what? Focusing on their health and fitness. And so then it'll become harder to stand out and become memorable when everybody else is fit. So why not get a head start now? I promise you, if you do that, you will become more memorable. You will stand out from the crowd. You will not fit in and look like everyone else. And therefore, you get the opportunity. You get the shot. You get the shot. And that's what all we're looking for is we're looking for opportunity, because success is opportunity meets preparedness equals success. Some people will call it luck. But that's the definition of success. And so on the come up, all we're doing is looking for opportunity. And opportunity, part of that opportunity is standing out to be given or earn the opportunity. Earn the opportunity. Okay? Work on your personal fitness. Stand out. Stand apart. Be different. And the most important part is don't be afraid to stand out or be different. In fact, it's better to not be like everyone else. And with that, hope to see you all in the gym. Hope to see you all being active. It's summertime. Why not be your best? We have the longest days, longest hours. Go outside, get into nature, get on a walk, leave your phone behind, but work on yourself. Work on your fitness. Get in shape. It says so much about you, and you'll feel better for it, and you will be better for it. Back in the studio here. Glad to bring you an episode. I know it's kind of a dovetail on the last episodes, but I wanted to drive this point home. Fitness is so important to success, but in a way that you might not think conventionally. It is a way to set yourself apart relative to your path. Now, let me just say this. This is on the come up, okay? Once you've made it to a certain level that you want, you can fit in all you want. But I guarantee you, once you're up here, you don't want to fit in. You want to keep going. This is on the come up. Don't fit in on the come up. Once you arrive, do the hell what you want. But I promise you, once you arrive to some certain place, you don't want to fit in because you know what works, which is not fitting in. And so then you keep going. Okay? But glad to be back, bringing another episode, dovetailing on the last one. On Emma's episode as I end my day. And if you're new to the show, put my head down on the pillow, turn my phone off, close my eyes. Before I snooze off, I thank the Lord. I thank the God, the universe, for another day, another opportunity to hopefully have lived to my fullest controllable potential and have inspired at least one person, which I know I have. So I can sleep with a clear conscience and peace of mind. But with that, I want to thank you. Like I said, if you're knowledge swole, share the show. That is how we grow. Be great today, but be even more grateful. And looking forward to bringing you another episode very, very soon.